What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
How about when you went on Anderson Cooper, Governor Walz, and you said, how high is this wall? If it's 25 feet, then I'll invest in a 30-foot ladder factory. Do you think that that helps our federal government carry out its law enforcement, its border security, and policy operations?
When did I say that?
You went on Anderson Cooper and said that. Do you not remember saying that? Because you've said so many outlandish things that you can't even keep track of.
He talks about this wall. I always say, let me know how high it is. If it's 25 feet, then I'll invest in the 30-foot ladder factory.
Guys, we got to talk about Tampon Tim Walz. He gets humiliated again. What else is new? This guy's entire life was an embarrassment ever since he was born. I mean, just look at the guy. I mean, look at his wife.
Bye-bye, Donald Trump. We are turning the page. 52 days and we are turning the page. 52 days and it is bye-bye, Donald Trump.
I mean, I just got to keep it a buck because that lady's extremely cringe. But, I mean, they're a match made in heaven because, I mean, I don't know who won between Tampon Tim and his wife. They both are not particularly easy on the eyes. They both are extremely cringe. They seem dopey as hell. Obviously, I think he seems like he's like a little bit smarter than her. So, you know, maybe she's got the better end of that deal. I really don't know. But either way, this dude is a buffoon. And he was humiliated today by Nancy Mace, who called him out for comparing Donald Trump in the military and ICE to Gestapo, as well as raising the whole Hitler thing and using Nazi terminology as it relates to Trump and Trump supporters. And then there was a whole what is a woman, which totally dumbfounded and confused the hell out of him. This was just pathetic. Let's go ahead and get into this.
So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor. My first question is for you.
Face.
Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button down.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher?
Yes or no is the question.
A historical comparison.
You're a governor. You are...
It shows how much these people really care about these issues and, you know, the people that they claim to support and care about. Because, I mean, how could you, if you compare any like normal thing that happens like immigration enforcement to some sort of Nazism or Gestapo? I mean, that's just levying these people's pain. It's the same thing people do when they try to rile black folks up about any issue. They start talking about slavery and white supremacy and all of this other stuff to take advantage of people's trauma and levy that, weaponize it so that they can control them. And it pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie.
You understand what the question is, it's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to Gestapo?
To identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions? Do you still want to abolish ICE? Do you still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
I said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Of course. I almost feel like there should be something against saying, I don't remember that, if it's definitely something that happened.
You're not a sanctuary state, but you support policies that prevent ICE from doing their job.
Congressman,
Isn't that right?
That is incorrect, Congressman. We follow the same laws when
Well,
you were in the Minnesota
sir,
House. The law
sir,
has not changed,
if
sir.
you'll allow me, I've got limited time. Well, that's what you tweeted, by the way, sir. And on May 23rd, 2018, you tweeted, quote, "I support policies that keep law enforcement from enforcing federal laws."
This is the same thing that what's his name tried to do, Terrence Bradley, back in the Fonnie Willis case. Oh, I don't remember. I just can't remember anything. My poor memory. I just can't remember nothing.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you
Wasn't part of the
can't rate her role as border czar?
Why the heck would you sign up for something if you're claiming that you don't know whether or not somebody did a good job or not? You're signing up for this person to be your boss, and you're saying you don't think that she's doing a good job. Of course, he said before that he thought she did incredibly at everything, but now all of a sudden he's Mr. Obtuse and he just can't figure out anything and he can't answer any questions.
Scale of 1 to 10, was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I mean, isn't it supposed to be under oath? I mean, this guy is straight up lying about everything. If we're trying to say that there was never a conversation about Biden's cognitive decline, y'all need to just go ahead and throw this man in jail because he just bold-faced lied to your face.
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive decline.
Thank God he's president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay.
Damn.
Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it.
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah, is
think that's very
bullying
evident.
is
As a teacher and a
bullying
parent.
is my mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
Yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at?
Yeah, effectively, for those who don't remember, man, Tim Walz, he puts his foot in his mouth constantly because some of this stuff he said, even I forgot that he was talking about, yeah, let's bully the ish out of Donald Trump. He just says stupid stuff constantly. I'm surprised she gathered all the good quotes.
Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
Hey, look, was that somebody coughing or somebody laughing in the background? Because that timing was impeccable.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
Let me go back.
I'm not sure I understand.
What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
What
Okay.
do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Nancy Mace ain't playing out here, bruh. Look, these people need to be called out for what it is. Tampon Tim basically is having his own words thrown back at him, and when under scrutiny, suddenly he doesn't know what to say. It's crazy how these people just say all of these ridiculous things. They're calling people Hitler and supporters Nazis and talking about bullying people. I mean, this guy doesn't know what a woman is. I mean, just so much stupid stuff. This is why I have no respect for this guy. It's not just because he looks like a dummy. It's because he is also very stupid and unintelligent and constantly puts his foot in his mouth, says extremely deranged things, unhinged things, just for political gain. I don't respect that stuff at all. Anything that I say on this channel is because I actually believe it and I have proof and evidences. If I say radical left, it's because, I mean, hey, have you not seen these protests and this crazy stuff that people like Tampon Tim are saying and the fact that they're fighting against ICE? I mean, yeah, that in of itself is radical. What is the level of radicalization is so far beyond anything that I ever thought, that I ever imagined. I mean, this is the type of stuff that you heard about, like from communist China type of stuff, or from all these other nations, not in America. This is a new day. And in a sense, the Democrats have been winning big, considering the fact that we're even having these conversations and that they have the legal system basically on their side, where they could say all of these crazy, deranged things and it be impactful. And you got people attacking Elon and keying cars and fighting ICE and throwing rocks, and the fake news covering for that. Well, mostly peaceful. It's mostly peaceful. And that's without getting into Sleepy Joe's cognitive decline. So guys, I mean, in a sense, even though Trump won the election, I mean, the people are fighting back, but the big establishment that we got here is a powerful opponent. So this battle is far from over, but I appreciate Nancy Mace cooking this man. It's always good to see Tampon Tim get cooked. I mean, you guys let me know if you have the answer to what a woman is. It's just so perplexing. It's just such a complex topic. You know, we need to go and get a master's degree, a doctoral, a PhD, so we can understand the facets and the nuance behind what a woman is. Or you could just say boys have penises and girls have vaginas and keep it that simple, keep it a buck. But those are just my thoughts, guys. And let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Tampon Tim, Tampon. Not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, feels sorry for him.